Hello and welcome to Climax Scotts Elementary. I'm Mrs. Peters and this is our elementary school. We have a lot of great programs and things happening here. We also have some needs we'd like to show you. Come on in. As you can see, both doors just open right up, so they're not very secure. And this is right where the classrooms start and right where the children transition to other areas of the building, so it's not as safe as we wish it would be. This is Miss Charles. She's one of our amazing kindergarten teachers. We do a lot of fun things here in kindergarten. Miss Charles, what are you working on right now?
We are working on centers right now, and so the kids are at different stations practicing skills on either handwriting and sign language, spelling words, sight word practice, sentence practice, reading, or some games on the computer that encourage all those things along with some technology skills. What we are really looking at is how our use of tablets to create authentic audience with their families by letting them post to their own page on Seesaw and let their families see what they're doing. The limit that we have is that we have 2 tablets from a school. I think they came from our grant that we had. So we have 2 tablets from that, and then an iPad that I have purchased and another tablet that I've purchased. With our 2 computers, can't differentiate as well with having maybe 2 or 3 kids spread across 2 computers, sometimes 4 on the 2 computers. And so it makes it harder to reach all those levels. But we're doing as best we can as with what we have. So that's
So a
good.
few more tablets and maybe a few more classroom computers would be helpful.
Yeah.
And Mr. Frisbee does an amazing job with our phys ed program in kids grades K through 5th. Right now they're working on a roller skating unit and the kids are excited about that.
The way that I try to make physical fitness fun is I try to incorporate different things. Roller skating unit is something unique that we get to do that not many schools in the state get to even do. But kids, that's how they learn. They learn from fun and they learn from physical activity and being active.
Our carpet is decades old and could use replacing throughout the entire building. As you can see, in some areas it's puckered, in other areas it's frayed, in some areas there are rips. We really would like to be able to replace the carpet since it's been decades. As we continue on down the hallway, we see that we have lots of great things running here at Climax Scotts Elementary. We have lots of artwork, art projects. We promote literacy. We allow the kids to write about books and recommend authors in literacy, which I think is an amazing program here at Climax Scotts Elementary. Our drinking fountains are very, very old. They're probably as old as the carpeting that we mentioned earlier, decades old. We have a great crew who continually works on them, but they are now in need of replacement. It's difficult to repair them at the age that they're at. There was an earthquake about 3 years ago in our area, and that caused some damage to our building structure and foundation. I'm going to show you some of that damage right now. There's some cracks in the wall. And on down here, we're going to see some more significant cracking. This is our mechanical room, and as you can see, a lot of the boilers and other equipment in this room are very old. They need to be updated, replaced, and repaired. Included in the promotion of literacy, countywide as well as building-wide, we created a Climax Scotts Hallway Library. The books were provided by Climax Scotts Methodist Church through a grant, and my husband built the shelves. And we put all the books together. The children are able to choose a book that they want to choose. They don't have to sign it out, and they can bring it back whenever they're ready and done with it. Just one more way we promote literacy here at Climax Scotts. Another great program here we have at Climax Scotts Elementary is our music program in grades K through 5. Ms. Banlow does an amazing job of teaching all kinds of instruments and singing to the children. She has a set of xylophones, keyboards, ukuleles, drums, all kinds of ways for the kids to learn music and instruments here at Climax Scotts.
And I feel like the luckiest teacher in the world because my room is loaded. Our music boosters have done an amazing job of equipping this classroom. So it's a privilege to teach here. I love teaching the instruments. I love teaching the kids to sing. And thank you very much.
You do a great job.
Thank you.
We want them to have a great recess environment to burn off that energy. And right now we have a pretty good playground, but the equipment is getting old. Our newest piece of equipment is what you see right there, and it is nearly 20 years old and is showing some wear and tear and need for repair. We'd love to be able to better suit our children's needs by giving them some newer equipment to play on. This is pickup area. So the parents park in this lot, and then their children walk through daily to come into school, because whether they go that way or this way, they pick up at the end of the day there, they drop off there. They have to come through the parking lot one way or another, and they have to dodge all of these potholes that are growing larger and larger every year.
One of the things that we're really proud of at Climax Scotts is how welcoming we are as a district. But one of the things that folks have a hard time with is that our visitors parking lot is quite a ways from our main entrance. And there's no real signage as you come up to the building. So it can be difficult to know exactly where you're headed. If you didn't know where you were going, you would have a hard time. You might see that this is the main office, but you could walk right by it and you would be right in the mix of all the students. So obviously we want all of our visitors to check in at the main office, which is right here. The bond would provide a redesign of the main office and the main entry point with a single point of access and video monitoring. That would allow us to receive and greet every guest through our main office, and it would allow us to keep visitors separate from our student body and keep our focus on instruction. This also would provide guests a well-defined way into the building and personnel who can point them in the right direction. This makes it much more student and guest friendly. So often our visitors, they pull into this driveway first because it's the first one that they come to. And so they pull into this parking lot, and there are 3 different doors that they can go to, one of them being this one. And if you look at the stairs, they're just simply not safe to navigate. That could be a potential issue. So making sure that we have a safe space for folks to walk. Because of our size and the values of our community, our staff really does a great job of making families feel welcome. However, the state and overall appearance of the building and classrooms does make a difference to our families that are visiting. It's important to stay competitive with other districts in order to attract families to our district, and the more students we have, the more options we can offer our students. If you look at our carpeting, we've had to patch it, and so our folks try and do a really nice job, but there are definitely pieces missing, and I think that doesn't lend to a welcoming classroom environment. Then if you look at all the desks, you'll see that they're just kind of a compilation of different desks throughout the years when we've kind of put them all together. We're trying to save everything that we've got, and we do a good job with that, I think, but we definitely are in need of upgrading our furniture.